Welcome back to Retro USA Memories, where nostalgia meets danger and sometimes explodes. In today's episode, we're heading back into the house. Not just any house, a 1970s home where toys could maim you and hairdryers might quietly kill you. Buckle your bell bottoms, because these are 9 more banned inventions from the 70s that prove safety was definitely optional. Let's start with the things that were supposed to be fun, the games and gadgets that brought us joy right up until the moment they didn't. Lawn darts, jarts, the backyard weapon of choice. Do you remember the satisfying thump a lawn dart made when it landed perfectly in the grass? This wasn't just a toy, it was a backyard weapon of choice. A foot-long metal-tipped missile we happily threw into the air at family barbecues. The goal was to get it inside a plastic ring, but the unspoken rule was simple: don't hit your little brother. We all thought it was harmless fun, until emergency rooms started reporting a pattern of head trauma, eye injuries, and even worse. By 1988, after several child fatalities, the US finally banned them for good. It's hard to call something a family game when it comes with a body count. M80 and homemade explosives. In the 70s, you didn't need a permit to blow your fingers off, just an older cousin and a trip across state lines. M80, originally military-grade training explosives, were often sold under the counter or as novelty items. We used them to launch mailboxes into orbit, vaporize pumpkins, or just see what would happen. It was a time of casual, unregulated explosions. By the late 70s, after thousands of injuries and some gruesome stories, the US banned M80 and other powerful, unregulated fireworks under federal law. Fireworks are supposed to light up the sky, not end up embedded in your garage wall. Exploding popcorn makers. Even movie night at home had its own set of dangers. Those old plug-in popcorn poppers seemed innocent enough until the plastic lids warped from the heat, or the oil built up just right, causing violent eruptions of hot butter and kernels. Burns, countertop fires, and the occasional popcorn projectile injury were all part of the experience. One popular brand even got pulled after reports of the lid shattering in the middle of a pop. Delicious? Yes. Safe? Only if you wore goggles and prayed. Now, let's move inside the house, where even the things designed to keep you comfortable could be a little combustible. Electric blankets with no auto shoot-off. Snuggling up with an electric blanket on a cold winter night was peak 70s comfort, but these early models had a dark side. They often had no automatic shut-off feature. They had faulty wiring, and sometimes they would catch fire while people were sleeping. In the 1970s, house fires linked to electric blankets soared. The problem? People would leave them on all night, or fold them up tightly, which damaged the internal wires. It wasn't until the early 80s that new safety standards were introduced, requiring auto shutoff and better insulation. Nothing says sleep tight like the faint smell of melting polyester. Gas space heaters. These boxy little gas space heaters looked harmless, but they were often silent killers. Many early models lacked proper ventilation, leading to the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning, a silent, odorless gas that could knock you out in minutes. In the 70s, they were in millions of homes, trailers, and cabins. People loved the instant, powerful heat, but the number of carbon monoxide deaths quietly climbed. After multiple lawsuits and public service campaigns, most of these dangerous models were banned or redesigned by the mid-1980s. Warm toes are great, but not if the cost is never waking up. Flammable children's pajamas. In the name of fashion, many kids' pajamas in the 1970s were made from untreated polyester blends. They were soft, colorful, and highly flammable. A stray spark from a fireplace or a space heater could turn these pajamas into melting napalm on a child's skin. After numerous tragic incidents, the U.S. introduced the Flammable Fabrics Act amendments in 1972, requiring children's sleepwear to meet new, strict flammability standards. Sleepwear shouldn't come with a warning label that reads, "Do not get too warm." And finally, let's talk about the dangers you couldn't even see, the invisible poisons that were hiding in our everyday products. Asbestos hair dryers. Salon-quality hair dryers at home were all the rage. I remember those big plastic dome dryers you'd park your head under for 45 minutes while flipping through a television guide. What nobody realized, many of them were insulated with asbestos, right where your face went. Asbestos was cheap, heat-resistant, and extremely carcinogenic. It wasn't until a 1979 FDA study found dangerously high levels of asbestos in both handheld and hooded hair dryers that the public freaked out. Manufacturers quickly phased them out, but not before years of exposure. Only in the 70s could you get a perm and a future lung disease, all in the same appointment. Aerosol sprays with toxic propellants. From deodorants to whipped cream cans, aerosol sprays were everywhere, and so were their toxic propellants like butane and CFCs. Aside from the damage to the ozone layer, many of these sprays in the 70s were also highly flammable. Some teenagers would huff them for a quick high, while others accidentally turned their bathrooms into mini fireballs while lighting a cigarette. By the late 70s, CFCs were banned in most sprays, and many household aerosol formulas were made safer. Any product that can both freshen your armpits and level your kitchen might need a rethink. Tris-treated children's clothes. And for our final, most insidious invention, let's talk about Tris. Tris was a flame-retardant chemical that was used on children's clothes in the early 1970s. The idea was noble: prevent burns. The reality? Tris is a probable carcinogen that can be absorbed through the skin. By 1977, studies showed Tris could cause DNA damage. Parents were, understandably, outraged. The U.S. banned Tris in children's garments in 1978, but not before millions of kids had worn it. Only in the 70s could we make clothes safer from fire by making them more dangerous to wear. Looking back, it's a miracle we survived. From the toys in our backyard to the pajamas we wore to bed, the 1970s was a decade filled with hidden dangers we never even thought about. It's a powerful reminder of how far safety standards have come. What's the one dangerous thing you remember from your childhood that would never be allowed today? Let us know in the comments below. And if this journey into our hazardous past fascinated you, please give it a like and subscribe for more.